What's going on, guys? So in today's video, we're gonna be actually talking about the Fifine brand new capture card. This is the V3, I believe what it's called. Yeah, the V3 capture card. I've been playing with it. Don't worry, I didn't just pull it out of the box, but I do have everything right here because of that. But the pass-through and the recording on this is supposed to be 1080 by 60, and then the pass-through is supposed to be 4K by 30, but it actually doesn't do that.
Listen, the guy you see in this video, he doesn't know what he's talking about. He kept saying 4K at 60. It only does 1440 at 60 pass through. And it only does 4K at 30 best. Sometimes the professionals can get it wrong. I'm here to stop that. Just call me. I don't know what to call me. Just know every time I say 4K 60, I really mean 1440 60. I mean the guy, the person in the video, that's not me. That's somebody else. I'm not him. He's not me. We are not one. Moving on.
Is it better or is it worse? Find out. This capture card is on sale at the time of recording this video, $40. So if you're looking for a cheap capture card to buy somewhere or something like that for the holidays, you might want to check this one out. Let's find out. Disclaimer, Fifine did send this out for review, but they're not telling me what to say or anything like that. The thoughts of my own as always. And if there's any rooms of improvement or things they need to do to make it better, then we will mention that, because that's just how we do things over here at Pugh's Reviews. Anyhow, hopping into the unboxing of the video, it's a pretty simple, straight to the point unboxing. You're going to get a instruction manual with it and stuff like that. You also are going to get a USB Type-C to Type-A. Now, this is a 3.0 cable, so that's actually nice to see. And you do get the device itself. So pretty much, like I said, straight to the point. Fifine's always been just pretty good about just, let's get to product already. And I'm A-okay with that, of course. By the way, anything you see in the video is going to be linked below: capture cards, cables, anything like that I mentioned. So check that out, support the channel. I appreciate the love and support there. So let's talk about the capture card itself, the feel, quality, plastic, and all that of it. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys. It feels pretty cheap. The outside of the plastic, there's even like a hollow sound going through it and stuff like that. And if you haven't been able to tell, the top, I kind of ran my fingers across it as I was kind of making the script and, you know, putting notes down anyway. I don't really do scripts, but putting notes and stuff like that down. And it just was super, super easily scratched. And it wasn't able to rub off. So it was a little bit disappointing. So don't go scratching it with your fingers and stuff like that, or you will be disappointing as well. But the bottom of it does have some breathable ports on it. So if you're like using this and it's getting hot and stuff, that's nice to see they have that there. And it does have some rubber feet, which gonna keep it from sliding around as much. There is a little bit of weight to it. It's not a whole lot of weight, but it's enough weight where it shouldn't really slide around if you got your cables and stuff managed right, and you're not just bottom up and it's gonna like go sideways and tilt stuff. You know what I'm talking about. You know who you are out there, because you're probably me. Anyhow, moving on. So the capture card itself does have an HDMI in, of course, which is in this capture card. It should, right? And just in case you're brand new to all this and stuff, because you know, a lot of people are new and stuff and don't know how to understand how all this works and everything like that. I got you. Don't worry about it. The HDMI in is literally going to be for your console or anything you're going into the capture card with. So if you're even using a camera on this or something like that, you can use that and do that with this as well. You just plug it into the in port inside of it itself. You do have a line in and a headphone port on this capture card as well, which, you know, pretty much all capture cards do. This is so if you want to hook an Elgato chat link cable or something like that up to catch game audio from your console and stuff, you can. Super simple, super easy. And of course your headphone port if you want to listen to audio straight out of the capture card going through HDMI and all that good jazz there. On the other side of the capture card, you are going to get the HDMI out, and the HDMI out is literally just going to be hooking up to any monitor, PC monitor, or TV that you're using this with. So, you know, just think that going in and coming out. You're going in with the console and you're coming out to the monitor. Simple, 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 super simple, easy to understand. Hopefully, if you have any questions, drop them below. I'm pretty sure someone in the community or myself will try to answer it for you. You have the USB-C here, and this is just going to go into your PC. Now, this is a pretty much a plug and play card. You don't need any kind of software and stuff like that. If you're going to plug this up and if you use something like OBS or something like that, it's going to pretty much pick it up immediately. You're just click on the card itself in OBS, and then you'll be good to go. Now, another thing on here is you're going to see on the back of this is RGB, because, you know, we're going to put the little bit of RGB on here to make it pop and flare and all that good stuff. Personally, I'm just going to be honest, something like this, I get it. I understand how it's nice to see and stuff, but I'd rather just take that off, make the price a little bit lower or something like that, because the audience isn't going to see this. At the end of the day, this is just for you to see, and I think that I would rather more performance than looks. That's just me personally. Drop in the comments below what you think, if that's how you are, or you actually prefer the RGB looks, because there's plenty of people out there that would rather have RGBs and not have maybe something else added to it. I don't know who you are, but if you're that person, let me know. But you can control the RGB lights on the top of this with that button right here, and pick whatever your favorite one is, or turn them off if you don't even want them on at all. But if they're there, why not show them off? Let's talk about the resolution and the pass-through for a real quick second here. It's not going to be a whole lot to it. The capture card records at 1080p at 60 FPS, which is, you know, pretty much a entry-level capture card when it comes to that. Lots of cards do that. You can find a lot of these cards that are a little cheaper than this even. The weird thing about this was the website actually says it does 4K 30 pass-through, but I was on my Xbox doing 4K 60 pass-through. That's right, not 4K 30, but actually 4K 60. Now, who is this card not for? It's honestly not for players that are using next-gen consoles that want the pass-through of 4K at 120 or even 1440 at 120. This capture card just doesn't do that, and at the price point, I don't expect it to do that, to be 100% honest with you. If you're okay at playing 4K 60, so I can't remember if this does 1080 at 120 pass-through. I'm gonna test that literally right after this. I thought I tested it, and I'm gonna say it didn't, but if it does, you're seeing it on screen right now. It does do it, or it doesn't do it. Whatever I'm putting on screen is what it says it does. In any case, it doesn't do 4K 120 or 1440 at 120. If you're okay and this does do 1080 at 120 and you're okay with that for the price point of this at $40, then I would say go for it. But this is going to be more or less for people with the older gen consoles, with Nintendo Switches, especially Nintendo Switches, that are looking for something that, just to start out with, something that is not a cheaper brand, as in like the other Chinese manufactured brands on Amazon that literally 1 week will have the capture card there and the other week they have been taken off. They're not selling no more because of whatever reason. They put another version of it with a little slightly different name. Like, I have those capture cards sitting around. You can find them on TikTok for like $15 or $20 or so like that. And they're here 1 minute, gone the next. Like, I've seen them, pass on, pass in, whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. With Fifine, at least you know you're getting something that is, you know, name brand, as in Fifine itself. They've been around for a while, so you know if you need customer service or this capture card doesn't work like it's supposed to, you're going to be able to get a hold of someone over there, because they're pretty good with that kind of stuff as well. But maybe you're looking for something that is next gen console, right? Maybe you're like, hey, look, I want the 1440 at 120 at least, right? At least 1440 at 120. Then the EVGA XR1 Pro capture card that I use is actually on sale at the time of recording this as well at $80, and it does do 1440 at 120 frames per second, which is my actual go-to capture card that I'm using right now anyways, because I don't have a 2.1 capture card. Might get one here eventually, but for $40 for the Fifine itself, it's not bad. It's pretty simple, straight to the point, and it's easy to use. But if you do want to check that XR1 Pro video out, I actually made a video about that a long time ago, back in the day. I think I was still a little heavy at that point. Then definitely check that video out over here, and I'll have links for everything below as usual. Thank you for representing and helping out the channel grow with those links and stuff. If you like the video, make sure you like the video. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you guys and gals in the next video. As always, peace and love.